Hello everybody and welcome, I'm Son of Mowgef, it's Wednesday and I'm playing Species. I've actually been playing Species nearly all day. I've been trying to do a thing and the thing was a subscriber suggestion, so thank you for that suggestion. It was to make the creatures live in a perpetual ice age, and I thought that's a great idea. All I've got to do is go to a new world, edit the map. I've got it on plateaued for the reasons. I put the fertility all the way up, and I did this with these sliders up here. Look, if I just reset it, this is what it defaults to. So you have a hot season, a dry season, a cold season, and a wet season. Well, we can get rid of these immediately just by setting that to 0. So now we've only got hot, cold, hot, cold. Well, we just want it cold. We don't want a hot season. Suck it, hot season. So if you grab this and slide it along, this cold season gets longer. Longer. And then I can grab this little knob in here, move it back. And you can see I can grab this again and slide it across and rinse and repeat until we've got a very, very long cold season, but there's still a little bit hot and there's some none there. So let's keep doing this. Oh, that little nubbin, not only is it hiding behind the reset button, it's a mover, not a extender. So I'll just move it this way a little bit until it turns into this one and shuffle that along. And then I'll do the same again, wait for it to change. There it goes. And I'll move it along. Yeah, so this is... I'm sure the devs didn't intend for this. But and by devs, I mean dev. I'm pretty sure this is a one-person project, this entire game. You just... and there's a point where you can't really slide it along anymore. My cursor keeps going over to my other monitor, which needs replacing. It's got a big purple patch on it for some reason. And let's... you see, I can't really move it any more effectively, but what I can do is I can get this and I can drag it down, and then if I drag this across, boom, one long cold season. But here's the thing, if you move this, it kind of overwrites everything. If I set the average temperature at survivable, then there's no point in having a long cold season because everything's warm. If I put it down to to where it would be normally, and then I'll import... Oh, it's already done from when I was trying it just a minute ago. It's been crashing a lot. So if I go generate, like this, you can see they're already dying. The average temperature is minus 26, I think. Oh, minus 17 is the average, but this area is like minus 14, minus 32. Like, it's a variant of temperature. I think this is the... Oh, wait, there was a 12 there, 14. Yeah, this area seems to be the warmest. But you can see, look, if I speed it up, and hopefully it won't crash, all the plants die, despite the fact I think the fertility is at maximum. You can see, look. 20, 15. Oh, they're trying to live. Oh, they're so desperately trying to live. Oh, God, we're down to 15, 10, 5. It's a countdown to destruction. Extinction, even. 3, 2, 1, and extinction. So they won't survive. Nothing will under those conditions. So what to do? What to do? Now, if I've planned this correctly, I might not have planned it correctly. I should be able to go load world, this one, and you can see it's not a giant white wasteland. I load. Pause. You can see this is a starting world. Everything should be still in the cold season, but I've used this to put the average temperature up to something survivable, 27.2, which is too warm for me, but, you know, these guys should be able to survive this. Oh, boy. Oh, wait for them to breathe. There we go. That's much better. You could actually see an explosion of humans over here. Oh god, they're still dying for some reason. This is a map with no water on it. I haven't done that before, so I thought, yeah, I'll do 2 new things, because I haven't really messed with the, with the seasons all that much. But what I want to do is wait until these guys get to a population of about 1,000, and then I'll make it colder, and then wait for it to get back to 1,000, make it colder, and just see how cold I can have them survive. Like, if it goes from 1,000 and just crashes out to 0, I guess I could just put the temperature, like reload, put the temperature up to a more survivable amount, or just not put it down, and let them evolve for a little while and then try it. And I want to see how low I can make the temperature without making them go extinct. It's something that I've done something similar to before, but I was putting the temperature down whether they survived or not, just to mess with the functions of the game. So this is on full speed. It's going to take me a little while to get these guys to a population greater to 1,000. When that happens, I'll bring you back. Okay, we're up to a population of over 1,000. It's still technically the cold season. This blue bar gets bigger and bigger. The red bit gets smaller and smaller, but it never actually stops being the cold season. Sadly, it doesn't make any difference when you manually manipulate the temperature. But let's put it back there and reduce the temperature. Now, that should kill some of them off. Right? It should kill them off, right? Let me run this for a little while. There we go. It's killing them off. Awesome cake. The weak are dying, and the strong are surviving. There we go. And if it goes back over 1,000, is it gonna go? Oh, it nearly did, but not quite. There's seem to be struggling with it. Oh, okay. I don't want to do another cut because I feel like this is like on the border. It's just a case of watching closely to see if anything happens. Let's have a look at the clade diagram. They're still very, very human, aren't they? Like, they have not... Oh, they've lost their eyes at some point. Why does this game hate creatures with eyes? They also seem to be smaller. Not by much, but... They started like that. And then they just lost their eyes. As I mentioned, this game hates creatures with eyes. We have terrestrial or omnivores. There's no chance of them magically becoming amphibious, I don't think, because there's no water on this map. Again, I mentioned that already. There's another population spike. Come on, guys, you can do it. You can jump up. That was, yay, there we go. That's over 1,000. So bye-bye temperature. We're down to 18 degrees. Much more sort of my level of comfort and survivability. Let's see how these guys do. Takes a little while to take effect. You can see these big white areas are already starting to spread onto the map. Very interesting. They are up over 1,000 still. They actually seem to be doing better in this. What is this? What is this going on here? This apparently that's tropical rainforest. It looks very much like water to me, but all right. So this weird big lumpy thing in the corner. Ooh, we've got a new species. So have a look at him quick. Oh, it's dead. It's dead. It's this thing that they keep turning into. Okay. Sure. Oh god, we've got another one. It's the oh, hello. Oh god, how did it go from this to this? It does say mutant, I guess, but oh, some of these are very, very strange. Look at you. Alright, oh, we're back down under 1,000. Alright, so it's just a case of waiting to get that back up to 1,000. And boom, there we are. Over 1,000. Only just. And now it's below, now it's above, now it's below, above, below. I think it's a good point to make these things even colder. That's down to 14 degrees. That's a little on the rough side. But they're currently in a breeding phase, so wait for the cold to take effect. Here comes the death. Oh, they didn't really seem to care that much. I guess I'm going to just leave it for a little while longer. They are, in fact, recovering very well from that. Interesting. You see this little red thing that shows that the population is decreasing on average. But they're actually doing really well. I don't want to lower the temperature too much, because there's going to be a break point where suddenly they just won't be able to survive anything. But they're up to 1.1 thousand, so we're going to go down from 14 to 9. Ouch. You can see all these. Look, you've got some snow starting to appear over here. Population's taking a steep decrease, which is fantastic for experimental reasons. This area over here is pretty bloody warm. Like, apparently this is beach. I don't know why the game thinks this is beach. It's very obviously the same as this, which is tropical rainforest, but it's 45 degrees. So this is still really warm over here, and it makes me wonder if they're just going to all migrate away from the cold areas into the warm areas, or if they're going to live here and get strong. Because that's totally my goal here, is to take weak, annoying, stupid humans and make them strong. We're back out. Oh god, we're also at 7 species. Alright, so if I drop the temperature again, we're going from 9. I might actually do a save here just to be sure. Yeah, fine. No, I don't want to save over that one. Ooh, I'll just call it Ice Age 2, that's fine. Okay, so let's drop the temperature again. It's now 5.2. It's chilly. It's really quite chilly. Let's have a look at our warm area. Yeah, it's still pretty warm over here, isn't it? I mean, 44 degrees? This is way hotter than I would ever agree to live in. And yes, I did in fact say that right. So what about on the other side of the map? Yeah, it's 5. There was a 4 patch there. 8 in the middle. We've got in the 20s. It's not awful. It's pretty comfortable if you're a Mowgef, specifically the son of Mowgef. Yeah, this isn't bad. It's nice and woody as well. I turned the fertility like right up. I don't know if I mentioned that already. Just so they've got some chance of surviving. Because they need to survive if they're going to, you know, adapt. It's just a shame you can't have it cold and have a cold season that's warm enough for them to survive. And once you change the temperature, as I mentioned previously, again, this just kind of overrides it. So it's not pointless, it's just not one overrides the other. But yeah, these guys are apparently having a little bit of an issue with the current temperature, so... Oh, God. Oh, wow. I was going to say, we've got literally a dozen species here, and it just dropped while I was looking at it. That thing that this game does where it just... everything that I take an interest in dies. Alright. Ooh, you can see some of them have developed fur. This is what I'm interested in. Nice pose. It's almost like he's asserting his dominance with a T-pose, but he doesn't know what T-pose is because he lives in a wasteland. Okay. Again, the necks have gone. They never had particularly big necks, but again, interesting pose with the like this. These humans are looking more and more like E.T. You take the fur away, they'll just be E.T. Okay, well, they're still human. Some of them are furry. Some of them are this. God. Or that, whatever the hell that is. This one's become a herbivore. Are humans still omnivores? They are. Ooh. Oh God! Oh, this one developed hoofs for some reason. How did that help you survive on the ice and the snow? I don't know. It's a question best left unanswered. So, oh, I was going to say I'll cut back when they're over 1,000 again, but they're almost there. Let's give it a couple of seconds, see if they can do it. Yay! They did it! Time to kill them! It's not me killing them, I want to point that out. I may gleefully declare that it's me killing them. It's the temperature that kills them. Okay, we're now at 0.8 degrees. Immediately they disliked that. It's actually warmer here than it was previously. Wasn't this at like in the high 30s previously? These group of people are like, please, warmth. There's no shelter or food, but I need the warmth. We live under the rule of a cruel and vengeful god. This one's developed the power of flight, apparently. Oh, not only does it fly, it also sleeps and gives birth in midair. Colour me impressed. I mean, how could you not be impressed? Ooh, look, got a lovely little white patch here. Again, this snow here at 18 degrees. I feel that that's not even that cold. Is that cold enough for snow? I don't think it is. 18 degrees? 9? I may have just broken the way the world, handles temperature and things that live in temperature, which is everything, technically. But unless you live in a world that's perpetually 0 degrees, I think you're always living in a world with temperature. Even if it's negative temperature, it's still temperature, isn't it? I'm going to stop babbling. I'm really going to have to shut the hell up. And, oh, there's 50 bloody degrees over there. Why is there asphalt over there? Like, why is it super duper hot here? Maybe the cold is created like a weather front that's condensed all the heat into one area. I'm not sure really how it works. Well, we're over 1,000 again. Not by much, admittedly, but it's somewhat balanced over 1,000. Like, we're bordering on it reaching 1.1 again. 1.1 thousand, that is. 1,100 is how I should say it. I don't know why I'm saying it weird. Oh dear. Yeah, I think this is a good time to have a... Oh, God! That was a population spike. Let's do something about that. Boosh, minus 3.6. I do like the way you can watch the terrain slowly change. Oh, something went extinct. It mutated and immediately went extinct. So, who survived? It's just... I was going to say, oh my God, look at that. It looks like an abominable snowman, which is awesome because it's a winter wonderland. Not a frozen wasteland, as I've been calling it. There's furry ET again. There's stumpy legs. I mean, again, it sort of looks like ET. You've got stumpy legs and long arms. Furry. I like it. Still an omnivore. I like it. You have growths that I'm not into at all. Alright. Again, you could totally call this human. The claws are a bit weird, but... especially for humans. That one's completely lost its legs. Yeah. I'm kind of happy with the way things are going currently. Who could have known? The population's still fairly high. It's hovering around this, like, 1,000 mark, which is great, because it gives them room to breed and die. Alright, they're back up over 1,000. Well over 1,000. Although, now that I'm talking, it's taking a dip. Literally just 30 seconds from when I stopped talking. We're really doing better than I gave them credit for. But, we're down a few species, you might have noticed, but let's crank it down, drop it down, turn it down to -8 average temperature, which they seem to like. Give it a couple of seconds to take effect. It's not apparently taking effect. They really, really like this cold temperature, apparently. Oh, there it goes. There it goes, look. Oh, it's trying to... the world is trying to kill them. It's not me trying to kill them. Yeah, they're doing really well. Oh, I'm going to have to do something about that. Boop, down to -12. Oh, God. I feel like there's going to be a tipping point where it's just so cold that nothing can possibly survive. And this is a big decrease in population. I forgot to save it, didn't I? I'll do it now. I'll save it here, over right. There we go. Because if this results in an extinction, I'll reload that save, put the temperature back up to, what was it, -8. I like the phrase that you're putting the temperature up to a negative number. I like that. Just look at all the white. It's still really warm over here. 50 degrees? Alright, I guess that is quite high up. It's normally colder when you go up, isn't it? Again, I break this game on a regular basis, so it wouldn't surprise me at all. It's still quite warm over here as well. Look at all this. The other side of the map seems to be the cold side of the map. You notice it's still the cold season. It's funny, because this blue bar gets bigger and pushes the red bar off the bottom. And that's when it would normally switch to another season. It doesn't do that. It just starts making the red bar bigger again. Pretty funny. In my twisted worldview. We're still hovering here, aren't we? Around 1,000. I'm not sure how much time I want to give them above 1,000 before I put it down again. But, I mean, they're doing really, really well. Let's have a look. Who survived? Oh, look at that head motion. Love it. I'm not even sure what this is. Its arms have become so, like, vertical that they're almost feet now, aren't they? Oh, and now it's dead. We've got two of these. Cycloptic, bloody abominable snowmen. I'm into it, believe it or not. Our original species is still, like, the best. Oh, that made me jump. Look, it's almost a straight line. Look at that. They're not changing apart from their adaptations to the cold. Oh, God, we're down to, like, like 800. We haven't been there since the beginning. Can that get back up to 1,000? Let's let it run. Find out. Oh, here we go. Again, they're doing pretty well, these guys. I'm going to save it more often, I think, because, again, I feel like we're going to reach this tipping point. Let's go down to -16. These jumps in temperature would kill the entire human race if it happened in the time period that this happens in. But these guys do not care that much. They They breed and then they die off quite significantly, and look, they're right back up to where they were. It's not even that amount of time I'm giving them to adapt to these new situations. I guess the fast changes are forcing fast adaptations? I don't know. Let's check our main guy out, see what he's like. He's a long-furred herbivore. There used to be an omnivore. I thought that would be an advantage, like they could eat the dead creatures around them, of which there should be a lot because of the way things are going. Also, I've just noticed the population's quite high. Have a look, they're terrestrial, I mean cold-blooded. Alright. Small stomach, slow. No swimming ability, they're mostly harmless. Simple growth cost. Promiscuous, brave, insomniacs. Gluttonous, that doesn't surprise me. They have to eat vast amounts of food just to not die. Do a quick temperature check. Yeah, it's still pretty hot over here, isn't it? Wonder if that's ever going to change. What over here? Yeah, this is still really, really, really warm. Another quick save. Or just a regular save, because I don't think this game auto saves, but it's got no quick saves. Let's go down to -21. This is about the temperature now that I started the video on. Do you remember when I started a new world with these creatures in it and they just all immediately became extinct? They're living in this now. Been recording for about half an hour, so it was maybe 20 minutes ago that these creatures could not survive these temperatures, and now look at them. Loving it probably isn't the greatest way to describe what's going on, but you know, they love it enough to live. How cold do I have to go to get these bits to ice over? That's another question I would like to answer, because this is... Well, there doesn't seem to be that many of them over here. Like, there's a group here. I'm not going to lie, I'm having more fun with this than I possibly thought I could have. Like I say, I've been playing this for probably about 4 hours today, and between just random experimentation with the different temperature systems and crashing, I really didn't get that far with it. Just far enough for me to go, hey, now this is an idea for a video. This is an idea that becomes a viable video, but... Trying to find a place that's actually in minus temperatures regularly. It all still seems pretty warm to me. Is interesting. Alright, fine. You guys asked for it. Boom, -25. Yeah, this is all still pretty warm. What I might do is continue this until, like I say, they reach the point they can't survive, and then save the result. And maybe next week I'll try it again with that world, with a world similar to the one that I created at the beginning of the video that starts cold. Because these temperatures actually seem quite warm. But again, I haven't really experimented that much, like, in depth. I've just messed with it on and off for... I don't know, quite a while ago I did a thing where I reduced the temperature to see if the creatures could survive. But I gave them lots of time to evolve to be able to, so... Not that time is the only factor in evolution. It's not. It's just, you know, helpful. If you can live long enough to reach a certain amount of generations, there's gonna be some genetic drift there which helps you survive. Because if there wasn't, you wouldn't have survived, so... Okay, so here's an interesting thing that just happened. I was waiting for the population to get back up over 1,000, which it did, and it kind of crashed. And when I loaded the world back in, you notice these temperatures are way different. I don't know if they've actually been at these temperatures the whole time and just didn't update properly. Because you see, this was up in the 50s before, and now it's in the minuses where I kind of wanted it. So I don't know if it just wasn't updating the temperature properly, or if it's just suddenly, because I loaded the world instead of having the world running, that it's actually taken effect. I wasn't expecting that, but I've got it paused. Let's just hit full speed. Oh boy. Yowza. Oh Christ, that was a thing, wasn't it? I mean, this, if they can survive this, they'll survive bloody anything. Seems like I uncovered a quirk in the game's coding where it just, despite the fact I was adjusting the temperature, it wasn't actually doing anything with the temperature, because it's gone from over 1,000 creatures to you know, this, to them being completely screwed. Are they completely screwed? They are sort of living. Oh, I noticed it says hot season all of a sudden. Didn't do that previously when I was testing it. I'll let it run for like 20 minutes. And it never changed out of the cold season because of the way I'd set up the season. So that's another interesting thing that happened. I'm landing! Okay, I guess what I'll do is I'll let this run for a while. And let's see if they recover or become extinct. Okay, so it's been a little while since I spoke to you guys. These people here have lived quite a lot longer than I was expecting, but I feel like the end is nigh. There's one species and there's only 5 of them on the planet. We're in that like countdown period to doom, although the population's actually going up. God damn it, game. Just do the things I expect you to do, because you're a very unexpected game. You do very strange things. Let's have a look at all the death that I caused. Yeah, that looks like a lot of death, all right. Here's our guy at the bottom here, just chilling with these spider arms. Still somewhat human. Ooh, it's gone back to being an omnivore. Of all the corpses about, I'm not really surprised. Like, at all. So, I'm going to go ahead and save this. I'll save this under a different one in case I want to go back and experiment. Boom. What? I am going to leave that at the end of the episode. It's a bit anticlimactic, and I apologise. I've just run out of time. Like I say, I've been fiddling with this damn game all day and having a bit of a blast with it, to be perfectly honest. So, once again, thank you to that subscriber for the suggestion. It made me think of new things to do, and I'm very, very grateful for that. You're getting 2 enthusiastic thumbs up that you can't see, so, you know, just imagine what that would look like, I guess. What was I saying? Yeah, I'm gonna, if I've got time, I'm gonna experiment with this some more maybe during the week. I'll make sure to save it and load it more often so it's properly updating the world. And if I can, you know, use that next week, I'll use it next week. If not, I'll do something different next week. If you've got suggestions for things for me to do, put those down in the comments section like you good, awesome people have been doing. So also subscribe if you haven't done that already. Like, the Species series of videos that I do on my channel are among the most popular. It's kind of like this and Colony Survival, 2 like darling indie games that have a big audience, but not a big community of video creators. So I get quite a draw from them. However, I was checking the analytics on my channel yesterday, and 74 point something% of people that watch my videos aren't subscribed. So I did a little math. I was up and stuff, and I'd be at nearly 2,000 subscribers if every one of those people just took 2 seconds to hit the button. That's all it takes, just 2 seconds, hit the subscribe button, make me a happy Mowgef. Can you imagine if I went from, what, I've got about 400 subscribers at the moment, just over. If I went from like 400 to nearly 2,000, I probably would poop myself to death in utter amazement. But thank you to all the people that have already done that. Thanks in advance for all the people that will do that. And I'll be seeing you Friday for more Teardown. Unless I do something tomorrow, which I might, because I'm playing this new game that I'm having a lot of fun with that I want to introduce to you guys to see what you think of it. But I'm also really, really busy. I've got stuff in this to do. I've got stuff in colony survival to do. I've got a big thing in scrap mechanic that I need to do, and I've not even started. So no promises, but I might do a thing tomorrow. If not, I'll see you Friday for Teardown.